I guess setting up dives. I think that the cycle as well was really important. Going in, doing damage, matrix out, rinse and repeat. I think that's probably the next one for me. To be honest with you, picking 2 targets to track is maybe not the most important one. I mean, it's probably something to work at, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But okay, so let's put it this way. Any questions since our last session?
Any questions? I feel like I've had some, but I'm blanking on them right now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If they come up in the session, just let me know. But yeah, I mean, this is not our first rodeo, so we don't have to rehash the same stuff that we talked about last time. Training schedule, no questions with mentality, no questions with practice. Anything come to mind?
Say that one more time.
No questions with training schedule, mentality, practice structure, nothing like that.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, well, I think we did talk about last time. Like, I don't play a lot. I mostly play when like my friends and family are on. I barely ever solo queue. Which I've started noticing, like, I'm pretty sure this replay code and like most of my most recent games have been all in gold lobbies. Even though I'm silver, so I was just kind of thinking I'd probably also rank up more if I solo queued, but the thought of that just sounds boring to me.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the main benefit of solo queue, there's 2 main benefits. One is just there's lack of distractions. There's lack of like pressure, to perform. And the other one is the SR discrepancy can lead to some unintended consequences. So as long as you're playing confidently in gold lobbies, you're fine. But I know a lot of people that they get into a gold lobby and they kind of like lose a little bit of their confidence. They start playing more passively and it builds bad habits. Same thing kind of happens when if like you're let's say you're with your brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like let's say they're plat or diamond in a gold lobby, right? They're going to be playing to be more aggressive and feed a little bit more. So they're going to be like adjusting their play style to try to carry, which is may help in that game, but it's not something that they really want to get in the habit of. They just need to play well, right? So it might lead to some bad habits. So as long as you're going into these gold lobbies and you're not like trying to play more passive, you're just doing your thing. I think there's a lot of bad advice out there. Like, hey, when you're in a lobby that you're like the lowest ranked player, you just need to live. That's true, but you don't want to do that. It's okay to feed a little bit. It's okay to die. It's okay to get punished for your mistakes. And it's also just important to not like let that discourage you. That's just normal.
Right. Yeah.
But okay.
Yeah, that's good. Cool.
No questions?
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's roll it. Let me make sure the audio is just a teeny bit louder. Pretty decent starting position here. A little bit of a gank setup, you got going on here. I do think this is one of the toughest D.Va maps in the game, actually. We were doing a full tank rework project. I don't know if you saw that. And
I tuned in for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we did D.Va the most recently, and we finished the project with D.Va, actually. And one thing we realized with D.Va is it's like she has mobility, but what makes her mobility exceptional is the frequency that she gets her mobility, right? But what makes her mobility really bad, and in many ways the weakest of all the dive tanks, is that it's not very good horizontally. Like if you were to boost her here, you could get to like here, and that's about it. And you wouldn't even get there very quickly either. So in a map like Circuit Royale, the strength of D.Va is really the frequency that you could use mobility, mostly for verticality, right? Yeah. But obviously, like you could see the problem here, like very flat, very straightforward map. And even on second point, like this is useful for this here, but basically you need to be trying to like, first point's gonna be rough. Let's just put it that way.
There's not a lot of places that I can get to that I can do damage.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not a lot of this high ground. The one thing I will say here is, while this feels like super dopamine inducing, I would prefer you to do this on like, let's say a Hanzo,
Right. Yeah.
I know Kiriko can be a little bit tricky with hitbox here, but I think honestly at this point, it's okay for you just to wait a split second and just to kind of look, and then you're like, oh crap, because you'll get less ult charge from doing the Hanzo, but you will guarantee force like Suzu and all these other things. Whereas like the Kiriko Suzu's the hog here, but she really didn't have to. Hog should just vape and he's fine. So if you're going to force a 15-second cooldown, you're more likely to do it on a squishy. And if the Kiriko's late with the Suzu, well, maybe you may actually just freaking kill the guy. You know what I'm saying? So, good angle here. The timing is also good. As long as you matrix and fly out here, then you're going to have a perfect cycle. But I want a better target out of this.
Yeah.
There's a Mega behind you as well. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, this is good. Annoying. Full matrix, full matrix, full matrix. And then here is probably a situation where it's okay for you to fly out, right? Because you don't have the HP. You're also missing a little bit of matrix. You've done your job, by the way, because let's actually look at this from like overhead. Whoa, what happened here? So Reaper chases you. Hanzo chases you. Lucio is also looking for you. And Kiriko doesn't have Suzu anymore. And so their hog dies. Did you see that? So that was good. I mean, there's your indirect value right there. You did a good job. Now, the one thing you can't do here is just die. And that's it, right? You have to be willing to literally almost fly behind your team just to get to cover and live, you know? So initial positioning was good. Matrix usage was okay. Missiles were okay. I think you should have flown out a little bit sooner and flown out a little bit farther. Nice. Nice. I mean, it was good. You actually hit some nice pistol shots too. So you almost died regardless.
Yep.
Now, let's talk about this. You're boosting here because I think you saw Kiriko low, correct?
I don't know what I was thinking. To be honest, this was one of the replay codes that I watched a little bit while it was recording, and I was cringing a little bit.
That's okay. But this is one of the things you're definitely cringing at, right? Because it's like every time you use this is your escape tool, right? Yeah. So it's not bad to engage with boosters, but you need a good reason for it, right? Right now, I don't really see any good reason to do any of this. At least you're matrixing out. I wouldn't be standing here. This is too far. You need to get a cover. You need to get a cover. And then obviously now, you look at your HP, you're down a few. What do you need to do now?
Run behind my team.
Yeah, exactly. Just fly out. Totally disengage here. Just totally disengage in the next corner. Maybe matrix your Baptiste out, but certainly high risk of death here. That was good. That was really nice right there. But keep going, keep backing out. Don't re-engage. Like check your HP and go like, hey, I got out, kind of, sort of. I need to keep going, find my supports, reset, go from there. Because it's like you're getting like you flew out and then you got distracted and then now you're gonna die for it. You see that? And that sucks because if you look at your Baptiste, now he's silver, gold. Who is this? Your brother? I want to flame him. Yes. Okay. Your brother sucks. No, I'm messing. But no, your brothers can't even see you from where you are right now. You just need to actually fly out, actually disengage, so that both your BAP and Ware could have full healed you back up again, and you would have been cooking. Yeah. Right. So it's just such an unnecessary death.
Yep.
You had the right idea. You kind of sort of started to get out, but you didn't really get out. So that's mostly what I'm seeing here right now is like the cycle of going in and going out. You're not cleanly getting out, resetting, and then going in again.
Yep. And
that's a really important skill for a lot of tanks, right? So let's say you become a Doomfist player, or a Winston player, or a Rissa player, or a Ramattra player, or whatever. Like you're tanked, even if you just want to Diva the rest of your life. I don't know. It's a good skill to have. So let's talk about this right here. So what do you think about this? You coach yourself here. Positioning, target priority. Ability usage. What do you think?
Like the kill on the Kiriko and focusing too much on the tank right now. Like there were other squishies that were low right over there with the rest of my team.
Sure, I would have made sure that at least help your team finish off the Hanzo, right? Get that Kiriko and then find that Hanzo before you go for that hog. So that Hanzo's right here, finish him off, and then maybe even the Lucio. And then you can go for the hog. Because, you're not bad versus hog, right? Like, a hog is not a terrible target for you, It's just, there's just sometimes there are better targets available. Now, what do you think about this?
Not much I can do against his ult.
There's a lot that you could do. There's a whole lot that you could do. Look at the center of your screen. You see what you have a lot? Matrix, sit on it right here. Just matrix the son of a gun. Like, hold the matrix here. You would have actually lived with 42 HP. Because look, he dies, right? Immediately. And then your support's full heal you back up again. So I think it's part of your cycle is like you're not quite getting all the way out when you're low. Yeah. But this is not one of those examples. This is the opposite example of where you're actually in a fine position. You just needed to know how low you were and use your matrix around that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew you were that low in HP.
I might, I think I got greedy for the kill. Like, I just thought that I could just damage him down, and then that came out, and I didn't react fast enough.
At least you have your bomb for Remac. It's not the most valuable ultimate in the history of the universe, but obviously not optimal. Okay. So I want to keep an eye on your HP management with that cycle. I want you to focus on your ins and outs, and at the same time tracking your HP so that you know when you need to go in and when you need to go out.
Yeah.
Also worth noting here, so I like, this position here, but I would take the time here to turn around.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, because I'm telling you, you're going to get some weirdos in your ranked games at your rank that are going to sit on cart for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They're scared of that Sombra that the enemy team doesn't have, of like C9ing it, and you're like, yo, what? And the reason you need to know that obviously is because why?
Because if I need to fight with the majority of my team, if they're on cart as bad as it is, I can pull back.
So you're like, my Sombra's over here, but maybe you could just like drop to this corner here, right? Or maybe don't like hard commit here. Just know that you're playing basically man down. Now, it turns out this is okay, but I'm telling you, you probably have seen this. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have people that sit on cart, and so you have to know this. So even though it doesn't punish you here, you're a little bit lucky. So do make that check.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be peeking this much, get a little bit of scouting information here, but like you are flashing your matrix, right? But you're using a lot of matrix just to scout stuff that you can clearly see. You don't really need to be doing much right now.
Yeah.
It's not a very good EMP. That's okay. That's the job. Too far, Good. Huge. I mean, look at that, right? There's your peel, right? There's your peel. Look what you just did. He's getting pressured. Give him a little bit of matrix. You get in there, missiles, booster, force the Wraith. Now he's not doing any damage, and he's 1. And then here, you could shoot Hog, because look at the available squishies. You see him? Kiriko's was all the way over here.
Yeah.
Reaper's all the way over here. You didn't have boosters to chase him. And it's also Lucio, which, to be honest with you, you could focus Lucio here, but Lucio's one of those squishies he's just really annoying. He's really hard. He's really, really hard to shoot. So if you take this time to shoot the Roadhog instead, I'm fine with that. Yeah, it's good. Nicely done. Careful with using the boosters. Always have a mission whenever you use that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like you kind of press it randomly, Lots of good things. Love that little pressure on that Reaper there. That was good. You had a good reason for it, right? At least it looked like it, right? You look at your Sombra, you're like, crap, she's low. That Hanzo is also low.
Yeah.
And so, I get it. And actually, you should be fine here if you used your Matrix properly.
Right.
You see this? So you're like full HP, somebody's low, your Sombra's low, you go in and help. You have 416 HP. You have full Matrix. And you stop. And you almost die for it. Right? So I think it's that HP awareness, right? Keep that Matrix rolling. Keep that Matrix going. Love the play, don't love the execution. Alrighty. Yeah, I mean, it's very obvious why you're silver now. Very obvious why you're silver. Okay. So talk to me about this. What do you see?
I think I was just wanting to ego a fight with Hog.
Sure. But remember, where's your team?
Way behind me.
Right. So where would you want to take the fight with Hog?
Under the bridge, like
right where you're at, right? Right, yeah. We're up on high ground with your Symmetra or something like that, right? So you're not even reacting to your Sombra going in right now. You're just kind of going in by yourself. So you need a good reason for you to boost her in the middle of the enemy team. Play around where your team is set up. It's actually, it's kind of cute though. I like this. Again, I can see why you're silver here, not bronze, Because, look at this. Oh, whoop, juke the hook, Yeah. That's pretty, I like that, I like that. That's good. But yeah, obviously you're just taking a ton of damage because the enemy team is too far away. You've committed your boosters. You've used all your Matrix. And then you're also not in a position to Matrix that Death Blossom. Which, you're not always going to be in a position to Matrix Death Blossom. Right? You're not always going to be in a position to Matrix Graviton Surge or Pulse Bomb or anything like that, or Blizzard or whatever, right? But the thing is you need a good reason for you to let's put it this way. If you boosted in a way and let your team die to Death Blossom because this Hanzo was low, or your Sombra was engaging, or something along those lines, right? Fine. But you boosted in for no reason, essentially. Right? And so then because of that, because you didn't really do anything aggressive, because you weren't peeling your team, you're going to lose. So whether you're peeling or whether you're diving, you need a good reason for it. And as of now, you didn't really have. That's hilarious. The hog hook.
Yeah, I know.
Yoink.
Yeah.
But yeah. Not a good fight from you. Okay.
Yeah.
And not a good fight because you just used your ability. You just boosted in without a good reason for it.
I think same thing right there.
Yeah, it's funny because you're looking at this like I don't think you knew that they capped.
No, I didn't.
That's right. So we know what, we're gonna let it go. Because you're thinking, oh, I gotta touch, right? So that's fine. You had a good reason to touch. You didn't it was bad reasoning, but there was a reason, right? The reason why it goes so poorly, though, obviously, is because your Sombra is out and the majority of your team is literally all the way over here. But if you thought that you had to touch, otherwise we lose, I get it. The problem is I'm scared that you're going to bomb this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Very good. Very good. Well done. All right. Well, we're with our team again. Sombra's on Kiriko Hanzo. Okay. Decent reason for boostering here, right? What was the reason?
I think I was going for that Hanzo.
Mm-hmm. Totally fine. And your Sombra was there too. Now, the reason is now gone, right?
Yeah.
So what should you do?
Go back.
Right. And not just go back, but what ability should be used?
Matrix,
right? The dive it's not failed. It just didn't get the kill. Because remember, it wasn't a failure because look at how dangerous this Hanzo is, right? Mm-hmm. Now look at where this Hanzo is, right? Mm-hmm. Actually, he's actually dead. But yeah, he is gone, right?
Yeah.
You did your job. So don't continue, right?
Yeah.
You've done your job, get out. This is how you get hooked. This is how you lose HP. Because right now, and again, you're dropping your Matrix too early. Your cycle here is finished. You've used your boosters. You've used your micro missiles. Remember the cycle. You booster in, you missiles and shoot. Matrix out, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. The cycle has been completed, and yet you're doing what we were doing a little bit last review, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to keep shooting, but you're not very good here. Mm-hmm. You're just getting absolutely chunked, right? Whereas at this point in time, you would already be going back in again with full HP, micro missiles, and whatever. But instead, you're kind of like backpedaling. I'm almost dead. And now you're demacked, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to point out also as well, you want to guess how much Matrix you had when you were demacked?
A lot.
Yeah. Full. Yeah. Full Matrix. So even if you do screw up your cycle, use the Matrix, mate. So I think your mission is to work on your ins and outs, obviously. But I actually think that your mission, along with that equal importance, is I want you to find out why you're dying with full Matrix so much. It's one of two things. You're not tracking your HP, or you're forgetting about Matrix. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure which one of those it is. It might be a little bit of both. But you need to go find out which one you need to fix and fix it.
Yeah.
You know what? Not fix it, improve it, right? Improve it. Make it happen a little bit less often, right?
Right.
Nice. And again, I want to reiterate, it's very easy to see why you're silver now, right? The little things that you're doing, your mechanics will look a little bit better, your ability usage looks a little bit better, your target priority, your positioning is a little bit better, you're playing a little bit better around your team. It's not like any one thing's fixed, but just a little bit of everything is a little bit better, right? So, well done. Okay. Good news now is you've got some high ground to play around. Now, how could you use this high ground? How could you position and utilize this high ground?
I could have been all the way, like basically above the Reaper and didn't drop down.
That's it, exactly. I'm literally word for word what I was going to say. Yeah, go get right up here. Wait for your Sombra or wait for them to push up here. Drop behind them like a rat, and just boost her out again. Matrix booster out again. Cycle.
Yep.
And the difference between, I would say, Winston and D.Va in this regard is that Winston, when he drops on this, is frankly a little bit more dangerous than you are. But you are able to do it a lot faster. Because you could drop, shoot, micro missiles, booster out, and that's on like a 7-second cooldown. His is on a 14-second cooldown, right?
Yeah.
So you could do it twice as much as he can. Matrix, nice. Beautiful. And you notice, look at your HP.
Full.
Yeah, look at your micro missiles. Look at your matrix, right? You can still make a play here, right?
Yep.
Careful, 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 careful. Okay, so play around that sim wall. Yeah, so this is just poorly executed. So as soon as you see the sim wall, utilize this, right?
Yeah.
Utilize this. This is one of the best ultimates for engaging in the game, right? Just to be able to dance around it. And remember, you also have your matrix too. So you got to be aware of this HP. You got to be aware of the shield. And also, it's such a crying shame when you're flying in here and you're dying again with full matrix.
Yeah.
It's not the play that you going for the Hanzo was bad, but if you wanted to go for this Hanzo, how would you play this fight again? What would you do?
If I wanted to go for that Hanzo, I think first, as soon as I see Hog bounce to my side of the wall, I would go to the opposite side of the wall and try to walk alongside it. And
talk to me. I want you to talk to me through your matrix as well, because that's something that you're clearly missing. So right at this 1 second right now, what do you do?
I should have matrix up because that's not even in my range to even do.
Exactly. That. So let's slow it down to 0.25. Tell me when to pause.
Okay.
Matrix up.
Pause for what? Yeah.
Just to pause the VOD. Yeah. So matrix up right now. Now what?
Yeah. Hop over to the other side of the wall.
Okay. Bam, to here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when would you go for the Hanzo?
Probably as soon as what I could do actually is right here is boost into like kind of do like a U or like a curve, go on the other side of wall and then towards Hanzo.
Like here?
And all in one boost, yeah.
Yeah, you sure could. You sure could. You also missed an opportunity to boost the matrix your brother here too on the hog hook. You see that? Check this out. So your brother's up playing with you. There it is right there. You see him get hooked. Because if you matrix him here, he and your Muero will get you back to full HP, right?
Yeah.
And so then you really can play hard to get with that Hanzo and really make those guys' lives miserable. So then you do go for Hanzo at some point. You have your boosters, your micro missiles, but because you've played your matrix better, because you've utilized the shield a little better, like you were describing, there's a much better chance of this getting a kill.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. He's using it pretty early. You guys should be able to touch still here. Okay. Find that squishy. So you're locking on Hog. You see it? You're locking on Hog. It's the dopamine. Your brain's like, I must. But I mean, look at this. Look at this Hanzo. Look at this Kiriko. Their ability locked out as well, so she can't Suzu. This is free. It's not. Again, Hog is not a bad target, but these targets are right here.
Yeah.
Prioritize them. And the other thing as well is then while you're focusing the Hog, you're also getting shot by the Hanzo in the back as well. So it's like even it's still good even for your self-preservation here. So bomb to remac. Good remac. And then even here, right? So you look at this here. Let's be honest. You got murked, right? Look at your HP. What should you do right now?
Run away. And matrix.
I don't even know if you can run away. I think you die if you run away, actually. You have full matrix. You need to sit and hold right click and hold right click and hold right click and pray.
Yeah.
At the very least, you buy time for your supports to heal you up. You buy... the other thing with matrix as well is everyone's going to sit there and they're going to look at you. They're going to stare you down like, okay, wait. That's exactly what you want them to do because that's tanking.
Yeah.
Right? You're taking attention. Really, tanking is remove the N. It's just taking is what it is. You're taking the attention and you're living for 1, 2, 3 seconds. And then if you're like, you know what, I'm going to go for this Hanzo. I'm going to boost her in then you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you go now, you're going to die immediately and you're going to die with Matrix. And dying with Matrix is like dying with time. Free time that you did not utilize.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So even if you are going to die here, you need to be really cautious because even just dying slower can be a real benefit to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Reinhardt pinning into the enemy backline with 1600 shield, Sometimes that's necessary, sometimes it's not, but sometimes it's better to utilize a little bit of that shield to waste their time and then go for the YOLO, you know?
Yeah.
Now remember, fight with the majority of your team here. So you're in a good spot right now, but just be a little bit cautious about how much you're fighting now.
Yeah.
Because you see what's happening behind you. See? So any damage that you take now, your supports aren't quite ready to heal you. Be careful. This is just full matrix again. You know?
Yeah.
Full matrix. Lock on him. Full matrix. And then, oh no, you've, let's be honest here. You've messed up, right? You've messed up.
Yeah.
So what should you do as soon as you get that full matrix written out?
Boost out.
Boost out, right? It's okay to make a mistake with a dive tank. Yeah. You are much more punishable than, say, an Orisa. But that's why, you know, that's why the developers gave you a boost. Because if you make a mistake, you can fly away.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Good little angle here. Nicely done. Good stuff. Any questions so far? I know we're moving pretty briskly here.
No, I think, yeah, this is all making, I'm, you know, silently cringing to myself.
I mean, everybody does, because there's always like, oh, I should know better than this, but you know, that's the nature of everything. It doesn't matter what rank you are. It's just the nature of, you know, it's like, you know, looking back at wedding photos and photos when you're 4 and 5 and home videos, there's always going to be cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what are you seeing so far? What needs to be improved?
Yeah, dying with full matrix is not good.
But remember, why is that happening?
I'm not having HP awareness.
We think, you know,
really resource awareness. And I'm not like cycling out of dives at the right time. I'm messing up on that. Greeting damage, like we talked about last time.
Yes. I think it's a uncertainty on like why you're dying with Matrix. I don't know if it's an lack of HP awareness or greeting for damage or what, but that is something that we need to be putting a priority on. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. So that, and then like you said, greeting for damage, sometimes matrix management. Yeah, mostly it. Let's keep going here.
Yeah, I think I'm like not conscious. I'm not conscious of why I'm using boosters and why I'm using matrix. For me, both of those are bound to back buttons on my controller, and I just kind of reach for both of them instinctively.
Yeah. I think you were going for high ground, correct?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a good position.
For what?
For it being harder for them to shoot me. And
who's it harder for them to shoot you?
That for the Diva. The Diva is farther away. Hanzo can still get me, but I have my matrix.
Okay. Do you want to be closer or further away from Hanzo?
Closer.
Right. Kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
High ground is good, but it's good when it's around people that you want to dive. Don't just pick high ground because, high ground, good. Have a reason for it.
Yeah.
Ironically, here, the best position for you to be once you get your HP and matrix back would be where?
Right in front of Hanzo.
Right in front of Hanzo. Yeah. Maybe even in like this little corridor here, a little bit of surprise factor, you know? Get what I'm saying? Or just simply sitting on cart, hiding, pushing cart a little bit, and then maybe looking for a dive on their high ground later on, right?
Yeah.
A little bit riskier, but makes more sense. So don't just be like, pick high ground. I know that's the easy thing, but you need a reason for it. You need a reason for it. Because this high ground is kind of bad.
Yeah.
Good. This right here is what we were missing in our defense. As much as we just lambast you, this is really good. You took a lot of damage. You wasted all your not wasted all your matrix, but you used all your matrix. wait, 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 just chill. This is great. Really, this is truly great. It is so boring. But you know what? The more time you spend doing this, the more time you'll spend in mech.
Yeah, I think specifically on this corner right here. So Margot Brooks. So Andrew is my brother. Margot Brooks is my sister-in-law. They're married, and like they were both sitting here like, Yeshua, do not peek this corner. Do not
That's what you need, though. You need a leash. I think.
Yeah.
Too much of a game. Yeah, that's it. All right. See, even this, I think you could have waited another half a second. Because you also have to think about your armor. Not all health is created equally, right? So look at your armor. That armor is a lot more important than your HP.
Right.
So just even getting from 545 to 650 is ridiculously important. And even your matrix, see your matrix, not quite fully regenerated, not quite. So that's something that it's also important. Nice target, and you get into your boosters just barely on high ground. And so this is beautiful. Beautiful. Sojourn off of high ground, Kiriko off of high ground. A lot of cooldowns used. And then you could look at how the positions have shifted, right? So they start there and they end there, right? You see how they've given up space. Now they hit a nice shot on Margot here, but it's actually, you guys might be able to even hold this space because you have high ground. In fact, the D.Va might actually die. Nope. Yeah, this is good. Okay, let's talk about this here. What do you think here? You got a low HP, you got a low matrix, take high ground. Is this high ground good? You ran into the Sojourn there, but obviously you didn't know she was there, right? So that's a bit of a lucky surprise. But is this in general like an okay high ground?
I think I think so. My team's all up there.
Sure.
So I kind of just went up there to just kind of see what was going on.
Does it allow you to get a little bit closer to the enemy backline without taking damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit closer. Yeah, nothing crazy, but it's useful, right? I don't want you to memorize positions on the map as being good or bad. I want you to look at the battlefield and decide, is that going to be useful? Okay, then I'm going to take that position. This high ground here is garbage. But what happens if the enemy team is like playing Rhine Bastion and they're holding your spawn like this and you fly up here?
Right. Yeah.
All of a sudden, this high ground is perfect, right? Yeah. Same thing with this, right? This high ground is useless if they're all over here, right? But if there's a couple people here or there's somebody on high ground here, this high ground is really good. So, yeah, this is great. It just seems like you miss the cycle just a little bit. Like this one, you do booster out, but you see how like your matrix feels super weird here. You have full matrix, a lot of damage in front of you, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, right, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm being nitpicky. You do fly out, you do matrix, you need to matrix all the way to cover. Like I would even back into this room.
Yeah.
Remember, it's the same kind of thing that you did here, right? It's okay to do nothing. But you know what? I'm being super nitpicky because honestly, this might be your best cycle that you've had yet. Right? Because look at it. You built your HP, you built your matrix, you have your missiles, you have HP, you have matrix. You got on a squishy. The squishy had to run away, panic. Everybody focuses you down. You fly away, matrix out to cover, and survive. And then the Sojourn dies. Why does the Sojourn die? Let's watch. Sojourn panics, uses Disruptor Shot, focuses you down. Hanzo pops Stormbow. D.Va's focusing you. Sojourn. Everybody's focusing you. And because the Sojourn's so busy focusing you, she doesn't see your Symmetra, who then just freaking walks on the enemy team and kills 2 people. And kills 3 people. And kills 4 people eventually, right? That is beautiful tanking right there. Beautiful tanking. You scared people by trying to kill them and then lived, and then your DPS and supports cleaned up the mess. Nice shot. Good. All right. This is a tough map too, as we established, right? Like the lack of high ground makes it a lot harder to get onto targets like that Sojourn because they're just a little bit further away. I even like this position here. This is cute. You got a little off angle coming in here. If they touch, you're just going to murk whoever touches. They might not even touch here. Yeah, nice. Love it. You got to be careful here. So there's two things here. One major, one minor. What's the macro, big picture, major mistake?
I not fighting with the majority of my team because my team can't get to where I'm at.
Exactly. Now, if you're doing this for a little bit of scouting or a little bit of ult charge, you're getting a little cheeky with it. That's okay. But then what's the micro mistake that you fail to make this play work? Watch very carefully.
Yeah.
Look at the what's been the theme of this review really?
Yeah, I was gonna say Matrix.
Right.
I could Matrix here, and that would probably get me my ult if I used my entire Matrix.
Pretty much. You could just fly up here, do a little bit. Let's coach the micro detail, right? Fly up here, shoot missiles. Then right about here, full Matrix.
Yeah.
Full Matrix. Just full Matrix. Get a little scouting, and then drop.
Yeah.
Instead, you shoot and you shoot and you shoot. You Matrix a little bit, but that's already once you've taken 500 damage.
Yeah.
And then you stop matrixing, not realizing how low you are, and die.
Yep. Yeah.
Right? So, the macro mistake is definitely like a factor here. But I think even if you were, like, it's not the end of the world if you were to fly up there and do a little bit of scouting and just use a little bit of your matrix just to do it for free, right? But you fail that. You fail that skill check, right?
Yeah.
And so then you get punished for what feels like not that risky of a play, but it is a risky play if you don't know how to press right click or right bumper or whatever. What is it? Is it right bumper for you? Or left bumper?
Matrix, it's I have it bound to it's called P1, I guess.
Yeah,
Paddle
makes
1.
sense. Paddle 1, yeah. Is that your right pinky or left pinky, or is it what are the pedals? What is it?
Or no, middle finger.
Middle finger. Okay, yeah.
Give him the middle finger.
That's exactly it. Exactly what you're missing here. More middle finger. But yeah, I mean, this is like that play is respectfully offensive. It's like the most simple death. Just to die to something as innocuous as just some spam damage with full matrix. Like that sucks. And again, I want to be very clear that we have to figure out why is that happening, right? Is it the HP awareness? Is it the forgetting about the matrix? Is the matrix? Here's another stupid question for you. How easy is it to matrix with paddle 1?
It's pretty easy.
Okay, then that's not an issue. That is an issue with some people. By the way, it's about to happen again.
Yeah.
I know you're like, oh, I got to get the kill, but your team will help you get the kill here. Look at your HP. You're in no position to greed for a kill here.
Yeah.
And then you drop the matrix, and you're gonna die with 3/4 matrix. I don't care if you have ult. You didn't need to use it there, right? You could have your ult here, Nice tracking. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
One little detail, actually. Do you have... Actually, this is something we didn't talk about last time, but it's probably worth pointing out really quickly. Do you know of the hold the boosters setting?
Yes. Yeah, so mine is it cancels when I let go of the paddle.
Perfect. That's the best setting for you to have. So the reason why that's useful is obviously you don't have to have another input, right? Right. But the other thing too is that you ever notice when you're tracking something, you're and then you kind of oh, wait. Oh, yeah. That ever happened to you? One of the things you could do with D.Va that can be really helpful is if you're diving a squishy, booster on it, and then kind of pop and then cancel as you hit them. So it'll knock them back, and then but you'll cancel it to where they're still in front of your screen. Whereas if you do what I call over boostering, right, where you're here and they're oh, you're you lose them. But if you're just here and you cancel, here, that's going to make your life so much easier. And keep in mind that you don't have to be on top of their brain to do damage to them, right? If you look at the difference between damage at this range, right? Really good. Everybody knows that, right? But damage at this range, it's the same. So you don't need, when you're boosting on a target here, this is fine. This is a fine range to be playing at. So it makes it so much easier to track. It's a lot easier with PC, but it's even, in my opinion, it's even more important with console because the whole moving your camera and all that kind of stuff is a lot harder, obviously, with console. So I think it's even more important with console to know when to cancel. So it was good tracking. But if we look back to this Lucio little tracking he did here, yeah, here it is. So if we look back to this here, you could cancel right now. You just hit him with your booster boop, cancel him. You'll kind of boop him this way. But if you're at this distance, you're still going to do a mother load of damage on him, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having to track on top of his head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I overboost a lot now that you say that. Like,
yeah, it's a common error. It's a common error that's made especially egregious by the fact that lower rank people, mid rank people also have a harder time tracking. So not only are you not as good tracking, but you're also making it harder for you to track at the same time, right? Yeah. It's a bad combo. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie with you. This is super saucy. You're going in for an off angle. You're going in for set up a play. I can tell, right? Like, it's a little bit greedy. But no, I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. As long as you have that sim wall to play around with.
But I don't even use it.
Yeah. Well, you don't even use this. You don't use a sim wall and you don't use your matrix. Yeah, like you create a lot of pressure here. Like you're taking, right? A lot of attention here. Tanking a lot of attention here, right? But it's always costing your life way too much. Way too much. But yeah, you don't even use the sim wall. You don't even use your matrix. You're gonna cap, but it's ugly.
Yeah.
So in many ways, you are tanking, but you're doing so very poorly.
Yeah, I'm not very efficiently.
Right. And to be honest with you, I'd rather have it that way, because this is mechanical, like understanding your character, the mechanics of your movement, all that kind of stuff. But at least you understand like what you're supposed to do, right? Yeah. Now it's about doing it better, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunate BAP window.
Yep.
A little bit unlucky. Matrix, you're really like right here. You can, I swear if you die, I'm gonna lose I'm gonna lose it. Like look at your HP, look at your matrix. You've done a great job. Look at all the attention you're forcing here, right? This guy's totally out of position. This Lucius probably gonna die. Just live, don't die for it, right? Yes! Yes, you did it. Nice job. And look, the Lucio dies, you live. Now you're going to do exactly what you did in first point and do nothing for like 3 or 4 seconds, right? Yeah. It's okay. Like even here, like you're flashing your matrix, just do nothing for a second. Just take a second. Then go in and sauce this guy up, right? Like mess him up, you know? Because right now it's like your BAP is still healing. Just give him like just 1 second.
Yeah.
And then here, I think probably better spent time on the Kiriko, considering how close she was, right? So like right here, she's right there. And even Hanzo, right? Look at this guy. He's right here, right? Come on.
Yeah.
I've been laughing at the D.Va the whole game because she's been chasing you around and then you chase her around and I was like, ah.
Yeah, they do this little dance, yeah.
Oh, dear. I know you have your bomb, but you have full matrix. You could literally just mash your matrix here, back up, keel up, then go in crazy. You could even go for a crazy launch, just throw the bomb. This is actually a pretty good spot for D.Va bombs, right? Nah. Good. Now, what should you do?
Matrix.
It's perfect too, because if you look at your booster cooldown, you see it?
Yeah.
You have 3 seconds of matrix, and you have 3 seconds until you get your boosters back. Perfect.
Right.
Now you have something to bridge the gap. Take their attention for 3 seconds, then fly away.
Yeah.
But you always flash, then cancel. But you don't need to cancel it.
I know. Yeah.
You're not weaving any significant damage in between those matrices, right? Like it's a Reaper. He's full HP in front of your face. So it's not like you did 10 damage, I think, there, right? So just full matrix and get out. Save yourself 200, 250 HP.
Yeah.
Good. You have full matrix, almost full HP. Go. Nice. Good tracking. Nice. Good game, mate. This is so good. All right. Well, then let's we get the juicy cap. We get the wonderful black screen of excitement. Blank. Yeah. Okay. There you go. We got more time. You want to keep going?
Sure. Yeah. Let me get.
Surely the codes haven't been. I think we're good for half an hour in theory, but I'm spooked.
This one. This I did watch this replay code that I'm sending you.
Righto.
And I know it's longer than the time we have left, so
that's fine. We'll get as much done as we can. So, any questions so far?
Man, why do I forget simple things?
I mean, that's all right. It's always it's not forgetting. It's your mind's focusing on other things that we've been talking about. You know.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. Any questions of what we've been talking about?
No, I think I'm writing some stuff down. But yeah, I'm trying to make mental notes as we go.
Pretty simple review, actually, which is a nice breath of fresh air from last one where it felt like there was a lot of things, right? This one feels mostly like, getting in, getting out, and then utilizing that matrix to extend your time, taking attention without dying.
Yeah.
That's the key thing. It feels like in your desire to do damage and finish kills, like to be that dive threat, you're costing your life over and over again. Because remember, like most heroes in Overwatch have spikes in threat, right? When Hanzo has Storm Arrow, he's very lethal. He doesn't have Storm Arrow, he's still lethal, but he's not quite as much. Same thing with you. When you booster in, you use your missiles, you are scary. But once that spike ends, that's kind of when you need that matrix to bridge the gap, to live, to get out, to survive, so that you could do it again.
Yeah.
And I think that's that bridging the gap. It's like you go in and you stay, and you stay, and you stay, and then you die. Instead of matrixing and doing it again, and then matrixing and then doing it again. The matrix is what allows you to do it again and again and again without dying. But okay. Better map for D.Va. More high grounds and more relevant high grounds, right? So like, you get to here. It's a good angle. Get to here. This not quite so good versus where they're positioned, but like, let's say they back up to point. Let's say they wrap around over here, right? This happens all the time, right? You fly up here. Got a nice angle. You could even wrap around behind or do this or go hunt the on the high ground. So again, don't just pick a high ground because it's high ground, right? For example, this high ground is a fine starting position, but it's not very good right now. Why?
It's too far away.
Too far away. Right. But there's another high ground that isn't too far away. Where?
So on the Alderworth Hotel.
Fly right here. Obliterate that pylon, threaten this. You could even fly in the statue. That would do well as well. So yeah, both of those are very good.
I think I fly to none of those and I just sit on the ground.
I would prioritize breaking pylon, by the way.
Yeah.
Even I don't think people know this, but even if it takes 1 damage, if she destroys it and moves it, it goes on a 15-second cooldown. So like, let's say you were to look at this pylon and just shoot it, just like, tickle it, right? Yeah. And then go back and not even break it, just go back to shooting over here. If she was still alive and she tried to reposition it, destroyed it, it would go on a massive cooldown because it's taken damage. So it's a really, really annoying thing you could do to Iliari. Yeah. Okay, good. Wait. Because you've kind of created space here, right? Like you and your Hanzo have created some space here. Your team needs to get out of the choke. So now just kind of... There you go. Okay, your team is... Okay. I respect your patience. Your team is playing double sniper, which is fine. It's actually pretty good on first point. But they've gotten a pick. You've broken pylon, and they've actually not even moved at all. Like they haven't even taken more aggressive angle. They're literally standing perfectly still. So I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what the play is here. So you do your own thing. Do it again. The only thing here is, like you said, is like, the high ground thing. Too far. Surely now your team walks forward. Yes, they do. Finally. All right. You have your HP. You have your matrix. Let's go. Where could you go next time you get your matrix? I say next time you get your. Oh, this is actually okay. This is all right. Healing back there, as long as you got the position to do so. Sure. Okay, too far. Get healed up. There goes Zarya because, ranked.
Yep.
When in doubt, counter swap the enemy tank.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bad news for them is Zarya is very, very bad versus snipers.
Yep.
That's a classic Overwatch experience where the only thing that matters is counter-swapping the enemy tank. Nobody cares about the DPS or support. So at that point, you're a bit of a martyr, but you'll win games. And I think there's a lot of high ground here, so it's not terrible to play into Zarya here.
Yeah.
They go to Sigma? I love ranked, man. Well, good news is Sigma's better versus your DPS, just not as good versus you. So,
yeah.
Now this is kind of useless. This is kind of useless. So this is kind of like a little bit of the you're winning fights, things are kind of snowballing, brain starts to turn off, right? Two issues here, really both of them big picture, right? One is what?
I'm separated from my team.
You're separated from your team, right? You to be fair, what your snipers are pushed forward a little bit here, but like let's just kind of play around them. Let's not walk forward here. The other thing is more D.Va specific. How effective are you right now? Not. Yeah, you're just not doing much, right? You're just a damage sponge right now. So you might as well at this point. Well, you tell me. What should you be doing?
I want to get on those little catwalks.
You could get up here. Yeah. You could get up here. That's the more aggressive play. Like, let's say you're like, I want to fight forward. I want to go. Screw my supports. They can just push cart. I want to push forward. Right? That's fine. That's the more aggressive play. What's the more conservative play that plays more around your team?
So this little platform right here, I don't know what it's called, the little building, right in front of Hanzo, basically.
Like here?
Yeah.
That's better. A little bit more cover, not peeking down a million trillion miles. Yeah. The unfortunate thing here, more than anything else, is that you guys have to actually push cart it off. That being said, at least we get front and center seats for this delight. Nice. Now let's see if you're better from last game, because you know what you should do here, right?
Well, this is actually a week ago, so I think I might.
Oh dear. No, dear. Okay, yeah. This is when you were young and foolish. But you need a full matrix booster up. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, look at that! You've devolved. All right, that's good. That's good though. Ooh, you're getting saucy with it. I like it. Oh, they're so far away. That's annoying.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes though. But you know what? Here's the thing: is you're like crap, right? But what does that mean for the Sigma? Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna avoid the Sigma, go for his backline, right? And you turn the corner and you're like, wait, the backline, I can't even dive these guys. Well, why is that mixed news? It's bad news for you.
Yeah.
But also
Sigma's out of position.
Right, exactly. It means that your team's going to be like, screw off Sigma, right? Like we could just push cart for free. So it's the same kind of thing where it's like, it means it's bad for you to dive, but it also means that you really don't have to do anything now. Because you're like, oh, well, they're far away. I just matrix and I fly away. Whoa. Okay, you know what? I'm not even mad. What should you do right now? You have full matrix. Please.
I hope I do. I don't remember.
Flip those control. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Now you really need to get out of here. Your Baptiste has been. My favorite part about this is I actually want to see your Bap here. Your Bap like struggles so long. Look at this. Is this your brother?
Yeah.
All right, we have to tease your brother for this. Watch this. He's like, wait.
Yeah.
The building has never felt more refreshed. Those windows have never felt healthier.
They're full HP. Making sure the map is full.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. He's like, please, maybe one of these will land. Unironically,
he's trying to shoot someone.
He's trying to heal though. He's trying to splash heal the widow. Is what he's trying to do, but it's not quite reaching. So it just.
I can't remember one of these games. I remember my brother mentioned it afterwards. He said if I was going to use one of these VODs on stream on this thing, and apparently at one point, I don't know when it happened or if it was in these games, but his inputs for damage and heal got switched, and he didn't even notice it.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean this is fine. I mean, unironically, the best thing you could do is probably heal into the sky because some of those will have a better arc, But yeah, that's just the funniest thing. This whole thing has been kind of a mess. Good. You're actually pretty good versus Sigma up close, as you can see, so that was nice. Yeah, relatively smooth. Okay, smooth start in some ways, not so much in other ways. Ooh. A lot of damage. Please. Please do it. Please. Your cycle's over, right? You've lost HP. You've used your missiles. You were successful in your kill. Now you just need to Matrix and live. Kind of, but I think it was like one of those things where you're like, oh, I have to shoot the Bob, but you could just walk behind a wall and you're fine, right? Let's put it this way, like if your team has had like 4 or 5 seconds to hide from Bob and they still haven't hit from Bob, that's not your problem, that's their problem, right?
Yeah.
So obviously here, this one just like, it's tough because you're like, oh, I'm going to position to Matrix Bob, but you're not positioned to Matrix these son of a guns. So, you know, not the worst thing that we've seen. But yeah, it's a good note again that it's still tricky at times for you to kind of get that cycle.
Yeah.
I think you guys should be okay though. You got time for a few more fights? Let's at least do one more.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Was that a question you were asking?
Yeah. I mean, it's the Overwatch coach rap cadence. You know, I just start saying things and you just like start blurring out what I'm saying.
No.
Now you're
Discord cut out a little bit.
Now you're fine. All right. Good. You have you're close to your missiles. You have full HP. You have full matrix. You go for a play. You get close. Obviously, here the funny thing here is like actually, especially like once Zana slept you. Really, who should you be shooting now?
Go after Ana.
Too far. You've just used your boosters.
Okay. And tank.
Yeah, probably tank, or I don't know if you see the Ari here. This is good as well. But yeah, tank. I mean, it really, the thing with Diva is just like, you would love to kill squishies, but you just need to kill people who are close. And if you don't have your boosters, just shoot who's close.
Yeah.
So here, like this is fine. Now here I would stay on, now you have your boosters, right? So you could either shoot Mei or you could go for backline here, and you'll probably build your ult along the line. But key thing here though, is then once you start to lose HP to this Mei, what should you do?
I need to move, like,
right
out.
Right. Not even Matrix here, because obviously it's Mei, so just fly away.
Yeah.
You should die here. You should have dove there. Or died there. You're just a little bit slow. And I think this one is more exclusively, it's not Matrix, because Matrix wouldn't have saved you here. It's just HP awareness. How low did you get? E5, E7, 6. 6 HP. 6 HP. That's a little low. And this is, hey, I have bomb, I want to go make a play. But
yeah,
I would prefer for you to regenerate your HP to full first.
Yeah.
You know? And then along the way, you'll also get your micro missiles back, right? So, you know, you'll have a little bit more punch for that dive. Because the problem here is that you don't have your micro missiles, you don't have full HP, and so you get nuked. And remember, this play is fine, but if you'd had 250 more armor, this play would have lasted 2 seconds longer, 3 seconds longer. More opportunity for your team to walk forward, more opportunity for your team to get picks and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think nice. I remember after this game. Yeah, nice.
Gotta love it.
I
squash the bug.
Of squashing people with remix and with actually killing people with bomb.
Yeah, I mean that's not necessarily unusual. So okay. Let's finish out this fight and see what we do. Good. Now Bastion's here, so pivot to Bastion, full matrix. You also ate his nade, and then now his entire turret form is wasted. Nice. And now you have your HP.
Yeah.
You slowly getting it back. So now you have maybe you could have waited. I would have waited another second here behind cart and hid a little bit, but you have HP, you have missiles, you have your matrix. There you go. Now you could have gone for Bastion there too, but Bastion maybe you thought was a little too far, so you go for the tank instead. That's fine. That's fine. Matrix, lift. You ate his nade again. Check this out. This guy cannot land a nade now. Bonk. Yeah. Now you're back to full.
Yeah.
Eat the ultimate again, because you're just a manimal. And he's so upset. I think he wanted to go to high ground here. You got another pick, mate. Nice job. All right, I want to see this finished. Now you have your missiles. Yeah, that's okay. I think you guys will cap here. Maybe. I want to see pistol. Let's go. Big dragon. Squash, please. Maybe. Ah, disaster. Okay, that's okay. Okay, let's write some notes here.
Yeah.
D.Va, what do you got? What needs to be practiced?
HP awareness, matrix awareness.
HP awareness and matrix awareness, especially at the end of your dive cycle. Go ahead.
Yeah. I thought of a question because it seems like I either use, or correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like I either use boosts to go into a dive, matrix to go out, or the opposite. And I use matrix to go into a dive and keep boost to get out of it.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, works for me.
Is like, do I, like what does that switch depending on the team comp that I'm facing, like brawl comp versus like poke comp versus.
I would say it's more to do with like the position that you're in. So like think about it this way: when do you need to use your boosters to engage?
When they're far away.
Right. When do you allow yourself to use matrix to engage?
When they do longer range damage than me.
Sure, but you still have to use your boosters to get to them, right?
Right. I see that.
So the idea is that like if you could drop in them, shoot matrix, and then fly out, that's probably because you're already either from a high ground position or a flank or an off angle already close to them. But if they're far away, you will need to booster in. And the funny thing is when you booster in, a lot of times you might flash your matrix. So I'm actually pull. You might have to rejoin stream here. Let me know if you can rejoin.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, you can see it?
Yeah.
Wait, did it not wipe codes?
Did the patch just come through?
Not super sure. Hang on. Let me. Something Winter Wonderland has kicked in, so we'll find out. Yeah. But yeah, the TLDR is that like if I'm looking to shoot this target over here, I do no damage here.
Yeah.
So I might use my boosters and my matrix until I get close.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
So watch my matrix. Actually, this is actually pretty important. So watch my matrix, right? Shoot, fly, matrix. Half of my matrix is gone. I shoot. Now I have to fly out, but do you see I've built all my matrix back again?
Yeah.
So you use matrix on entry, shoot, regen the matrix while you're shooting, and then matrix / fly away again.
Got it.
Now,
okay.
If I'm already on an off angle and I don't need to fly in them,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't think about it as like either it's A or it's B. I would think of it as like you would like to have boosters to fly out or fly in, and you would like your matrix to matrix in or matrix out. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's the way that you're thinking about it is not at all inaccurate. Not at all. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I think just in general, just try to utilize that matrix is the way that gets you close and then allows you to survive so that you can get out again.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty much what it is. Any other questions? Because those, I think, were the two main points.
Any other questions? Yeah, I have. I can't think of any right now.
All right, mate. Well, you know the routine. Keep in touch.